Coming.
All right, let's start this over again. There we go.
Coming to you from the Black Swan Media Studios. This is Fireside Chats, talking to the real difference makers in the world. Now, here is your host, John Crump.
Welcome to Fireside Chats with John Crump. That is me. I'm the Virginia director of Gun Owners of America. I am also an investigative journalist with MLN.com. I keep an eye on the ATF, FBI, and all the other agencies and organizations around the world that want to violate your God-given and constitutional rights to bear arms. We are brought to you today by MLN.com, of course. MLN is where you can get some awesome news. It's the biggest, baddest 2A website in the world. Literally, it's the only 2A website in the top 1,000 websites in the country. We are also brought to you by Tusk. Tusk is a cryptocurrency that concentrates on the firearms market, and there are lots of good reasons why you should use it. Most likely, Biden's going to crack down on banks and everything else like that. Try to scare them away from letting people use credit cards for firearms purchases.
Proudly sponsored by TUSC, the only cryptocurrency designed with the firearms market in mind, with 3-second processing times. It's the fastest cryptocurrency on the planet. With lower transaction fees than traditional credit cards. It's perfect for your e-commerce needs. For gun guys, by gun guys. Visit TUSC.network for more information and join the digital revolution.
And we are also brought to you by Black Swan Tactical. Black Swan Tactical will all proceeds go to charity stuff and 2A stuff. That is my website. Go ahead and pick up some Crumpy gear, Gorillas and Guns gear, Flying Rich gear, Sandhill Shooters gear, a bunch of awesome crap, and you'll be able to support your local creator and give back to the 2A community.
Black Swan Tactical, your number one source for 2A streetwear. With shirts, mugs, hats, patches, flags, and more. There's always something to help you rep the 2A community. All proceeds go back into our projects. Viewers and listeners can take an additional 10% off with code CRUMPY. Unapologetically pro-gun, pro-liberty, and pro-freedom gear for the front lines of the culture war.
And just a reminder, I also have a Patreon. If you want to support the work I do, you can go to patreon.com/John Crump. Sign up. There's lots of good advantages. And the best advantage is you help me do what I do and give back, because all the money I get goes back into 2A stuff. And with that, I want to bring on the man of the hour, the one, the only, the biggest name in 2A, the cigar smoking, limousine riding, man of the hour. You can see him on Bathtub Talk. His name is Tony. Simon says, Tony, get your ass in here.
Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for having me on, man.
Not much. I see that the Space Texan and Nick Torres and some other people are coming in. We're going a little bit early that we had scheduled, so it's gonna build. But I wanted to have you on because I really didn't feel like doing a show today, but I need to do one show, and I knew it wouldn't be like pulling teeth with you because we'll end up talking about something totally unrelated and stupid. But I mean, stupid in a good way. But
oh yeah,
it'll have nothing to do with anything. We'll get off on whatever. I'll get off on whatever topic I should say. How is that cigar? What brand of cigar is that?
This is an Ashton cigar that I actually had. Ashton Magnum. It's okay.
I have no idea what the hell any of that crap is or whatever, but you are a gun bunny, according to your fellow New Jerseyan.
Which one? Because I've
John
been using
Petrolino.
John's a great guy, man.
He is, yeah. I edit his stuff at one of the websites. I'm a secret editor for a website out there. Not saying what website, but not MLN. But
Yeah.
I edit some stuff on the side. Keyword stuff, do keywords and stuff like that, SEO for our website out there.
I was really impressed, and he helped me out a lot. It's funny, he said I gave him the idea of finding out if some of these supposedly pro 2A politicians actually Republican politicians put forth any pro 2A bills. And I didn't think they did, and he did the research and found out that some of our 2A darlings have never actually put forth a 2A bill until last one. I think Dan Crenshaw finally did in the last month.
Yeah, John is a good investigative journalist out there. He's one of the only ones in the 2A space.
I was impressed by that because I did minimum research because I was looking for it, and I didn't find any statements because you figure if a 2A politician puts forth any pro 2A legislation, they talk about it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's a pretty good. Well, there's a few in there that does like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I've talked to several times, is very, very pro 2A, and she does actually pit 2A stuff. And from talking to her, she knows a lot about guns, and it's not an act with her.
Good.
I know when it's an act, and I know when it's not an act, and it's not an act. So
I'm just saying, if it were I, and we know me, I'm showing up with pro 2A bills that were written by my friends. Like you would be in on it, like Fireside. It would be the most gruesome. What is it? Sheila Jackson Lee. It would be the opposite of Sheila Jackson Lee. It's like you're repeal the NFA.
Cowboy.
Yeah, repeal the NFA. Give a stipend to people to purchase ammo. $200 a year or $300 a year to take a class.
Well, here's the thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene actually introduces some stuff. She's pro 2A. I will say that.
Okay.
A couple other people that are actually really pro 2A that's in the Senate or the House is Thomas Massey. Thomas Massey is definitely pro 2A, and it's not an act with him, and it's not for votes. Rand Paul is another one 2A, but there are a lot of people out there that are pro 2A in name only.
I'm not saying just pro 2A. I'm saying put forth legislation.
Well, I think they have. Thomas Massey has.
Okay. I wasn't talking about them in that particular time. I was actually talking about from Colorado, Colorado.
Lauren Bobart.
There you go.
Yeah, I've talked to Lauren. I like Lauren.
But didn't say I didn't like her. And that's what a bunch of people. I'm like, I can't ask a question. You don't like her. We should support.
No, I didn't say you didn't like her.
Yeah, no. But a lot of people do. Oh, why are you attacking? I'm not attacking. I'm asking a question.
Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene put out like the first day she was in freaking Congress, she put out a 2A bill.
Nice.
To restrict the ATF's power of enforcing any new regulations.
Now, see, I can get behind that.
And I was like, do you think it's going to pass? She's like, no, but she's like, we got like things don't pass on the first time. You have to pit them forth over and over and over again until they finally pass.
Exactly.
And she understands that. That's why I like her. But she gets attacked a lot. But because she does what she says she's gonna do, which I actually like. She's like, I'm not gonna bend down to the establishment. I'm gonna do what I think is right.
There you go.
She's like, they can attack me all that they want, but they're not gonna scare me off.
Well, the funny thing is, if they're not attacking you, then you must not be doing anything.
Yeah, that's basically what she said. She was like, yeah, you know what? Let them attack me because it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing.
Like I said during my last diversity shoot, I'm like, if you're an adult and somebody doesn't hate you because of something you did, something you stood up for, then what? You're not really adulting. You've never stood up for anything.
You know what? If people hating you is a sign that you're doing things right, I'm freaking on point, man.
Yeah.
I have senators trash talking me and governors trash talking me. So
Yeah, when you're not well liked. And see, I walk that crazy line because I have a vindictive governor.
yeah, well,
Yeah. That guy's a problem.
yeah, that is a problem. Governor Murphy.
Governor Murphy from New Jersey. He's running for re-election. Now, this guy started running for governor 2 years before the election. He dumped millions of dollars into winning, and only 30% of the people, registered voters in the state, voted.
Yeah, he has a lot of connections with Moms Demand Action. I have seen the emails, Governor Murphy. I have seen your emails, so don't deny it. I think John out there, Petrolino, if he's out there, he's seen the emails too. And I think it's Moms Demand Action. It could be wrong. It could be another.
Yeah, he's in bed with him big time. Like emails back and forth, and just it's almost as if they have an office in his office.
They do, like Giffords in Virginia. They basically have like an open door.
And no one, even when they break the law, bend the law, no one ever does anything about it.
I see Swamp Dog Armory out there. Swamp Dog Armory will be at the IV 88 shoot, so I'll be hanging out with him. Cody, we gotta get together if I can get you the Ghost Gunner out there. My Ghost Gunner 3 is gonna go to Cody for a little bit.
Oh, really?
There is a shooting event down in Florida where it's like, the makers event, whatever. And Black Swan Media is helping out a team.
Nice.
So it's the tough team.
Wish I could do it, but one of the few states where it's illegal to build your firearm.
Yeah, well, that's gonna with the leaks yesterday. I don't know if you saw, but I had the guy from the Reload, another investigative journalist that's just coming in there who've actually. He's actually from the Free Beacon originally. And now he started his own gun thing. Stephen Kokowski, who was on the show yesterday, he leaked some documents about that. And it was really funny. I was talking to him. I was like, I got the documents from my source. He got the documents from his source. And usually I'm the only one that breaks these type of stories. So I was going to put up a story of like, I'll finish up. I'm really tired. I need to take a nap. And someone called me. He's like, you just got scooped. And I was like, what? Like, motherfucker. So now no more naps, man. I'm going to put stuff out. I dropped a link today of an ATF document. I just threw out the document so people can do their own research because I think it's very important. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Wrong one. Okay. Never mind. All right. Hold on. Oh, hold on. There we go. Hold on. $15 from Chris Temple. Thank you so much for the super chat. It will help us do our mission here, which is to expand 2A rights and get everybody else out there. I also want to thank Scorched or Earth Firearms because I don't know, man. I just like that name, but I don't think that dude is legit. That's Rob. That's Rod Mills. He is legit, everyone. So he's a good guy. He was on the show. I finally got him on the show after he ditched me and ignored me for about a year. But Rod Mills is a great guy. I love Rod. You know Rod, right?
I don't know.
I
know Swamp Dog Armory because
no, Rod Mills.
Nope.
Rod Mills. You don't know Rod Mills?
No.
Dude, you guys gotta get together, man. I would love to have you and him on the show, but we would have to schedule like an 8-hour show.
Okay, whatever.
That's
down.
that's how much fun I think we would have.
Oh no, I just stumbled across Swamp Dog's the Mandalorian build that he did.
Yeah, he did that for my niece.
Yeah, I know.
I miss
saw
her
it back
so
in the
much,
day.
man.
Yeah, dude, I saw it, and I'm sorry for your loss, dude. That hit me hard because I've been on the show and we talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Rhonda Izell reached out to me right when it happened.
Yeah.
Because she's actually talked to Bella multiple times.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They've been on the show together.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Bella loved doing the podcast. She loved the podcast. And yeah, Joe Drag said we all miss her. Yeah. She's in a better place now.
She's not in pain anymore, dude. Bro.
Not in pain. Yeah. I mean, because at the end she was suffering. But a funny thing is, she kept up her spirits. Like she was like in and out of consciousness, and I was like, all right. Last time I saw her, like, and she was just laying there, not conscious. I was like, all right, Bella. I was like, your favorite uncle's going, and all of a sudden, with all the strength you actually have, you're not my favorite. I just like died laughing,
dude.
And she got a little smile on her face, and she goes, that was the final thing she said to me, which some people might think, man, she told you you're not favorite uncle. But knowing her, that was a sign of love from her. So
that was awesome.
She used all her strength to screw with me. That's Bella.
That is great and heartwarming.
Yeah, that's Bella. All her strength in the world just to screw with her uncle.
On the way out the door. Oh, before you leave, take this.
Yeah.
and here.
Yeah, and she was gone like a few days later. Like we came home, then we ended up basically turning right back around and going back up to New York.
Yeah.
Because the night we left, she went into cardiac arrest and they brought her back, but they had to intubate her and she never regained consciousness after that point.
So she was probably gone, actually, then.
Yeah, she had very little brain activity.
Yeah, same thing happened to my mother-in-law. They brought her back and it was like, okay, everybody got to say bye, but she wasn't there.
Yeah, unfortunately, she was in the hospital, so in COVID. So
man, that's even worse.
We didn't get to go see her, but the grandparents, her sister, and her parents got to say goodbye, and it was actually good that they had those extra days.
Yeah, definitely for the people that are left. That's definitely.
All right, let's talk about something else before we start.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why you brought this up. No, I just wanted to talk about the Mandalorian film.
I'm working on another Mandalorian build with I'm funding it. I got the barrel. It's like a 1930s shotgun, single shot shotgun. I would show you the shotgun, but I can't.
Ooh.
But I got a woodworking guy that's gonna make. It's a really long barrel because it's a single shot. I got a welder, I got a woodworker, and I got a gunsmith. Gorillas and Guns is out there. He's going to be the gunsmith.
Okay.
And he's going to be the recipient. So whatever he wants to do with it, it's going to be up to him, whether he wants to auction it off to charity or keep it or whatever. It's going to be up to him.
Yeah, I was looking at a project, something like that, but you said yours is Mandalorian themed?
Yeah, we're going to do like the Mandalorian rifle, the Tusken Raider rifle. It's going to be, sorry, I must have something in my eyes. But yeah, it's I'm gonna get the stock done Mandalorian style custom. I got a welder that's gonna weld the front part on, so it's gonna look like so I mean I've seen a lot of builds. Clever Tack did one that's really cool, but with the exception of his, most of them don't really look. You can tell what it is.
Mm-hmm.
This
Go
I
ahead.
mean, you can tell what it is. This is gonna hopefully look like the actual Mandalorian rifle.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. Hey, wow.
So it's gonna look like that, which is gonna be. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Well,
It's-
see, I was going in a whole nother direction. My whole thing was to try to get people involved that, especially now. Actually, it was a year ago, 2019. And I was talking to some people about how do I get just cheap break barrel, $100 freaking single shot 12 gauge. You know, because usually I have 23, 24, 26-inch barrels. How do you cut that down and make it into a home defense rifle that's 100% legal? You know what I mean?
well, you
Like,
moved out of New Jersey.
yeah, right. But I was like, because some people aren't into it, the theory of them using a gun is just that to them. And a gun is just a thing that's in the corner. So I want to make it simple to use. Like, they're not going to figure out how to run a Glock. You know what I mean? It's like simple to use. It's effective to use as a defensive tool, but they're not going to drop a bunch of money in it. And I'm like, what is a $100 break barrel? Have somebody cut the barrel down, put a sight on, side saddle, and a sling. I'm figuring that's about all you want, right? And
Yeah.
a light mount.
I got a CZ Scorpion.
Yeah, but you will run a CZ Scorpion. You have a suppressor on it or no?
Yeah, it's suppressed. Running subsonic ammunition. They got my night vision and my IR laser.
Yeah, I have AR.
And some flashbangs.
Jesus. We gonna have a party, son. I have Alexa programmed to play drowning pool, body hit the floor, all the lights go out, UV.
Yeah, people, you bring in my house, you're gonna figure out real fast. Wrong house and effer. Cause I got my level 4 plates on, flashbangs, night vision, like
theme music. You're gonna get a show before you die. You're gonna get a show.
Yeah, you know, I got like I don't know, Gen 3 night vision. I mean, it's not monocle, but it's not the 4. I wanted to get the 4, but you know, I only got the 2.
Lights go out.
Yeah, I got the Kevlar helmet on.
UV lights come on. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Yeah,
let's get ready to rumble.
They gotta find out real quick.
Yeah,
might not be the best of ideas.
Well, I have 12 gauge because I live in Jersey, and I really don't need you pulling up, you know, my pimped out AR lights, red dot, 77 grain ammo. Because I'm like, truthfully, that 77 grain ammo is really too expensive to replace if I have to shoot you with it. So yeah, I'm just going with the 12 gauge.
Yeah, right now I got a bunch of the the RIP ammo that the company sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
The what is it, G2 Tech, whatever. They sent me a bunch. They sent me a bunch of boxes of it, so I just loaded that up. Who knows if it actually works? What?
It feeds well.
Yeah. I fired probably like 400 rounds of it just to test it out through my CZ Scorpion, and it fed perfectly. So I'm like, well, I know it works, so I'm just gonna my CZ. So I'm just gonna load up my CZ with it, and yeah. And I got my little. Then I have my little side thing and my plate carrier, which I have my VP9 with my X-Tech 20 round mag.
Jeez.
And my laser, my IR laser on that too.
Oh, that's ridiculous, but it's funny.
So,
meanwhile,
so if anybody breaks in my house, they're I don't think they're gonna have a very good day.
Well, see, I actually worried about that a little bit when I got doxxed by anti-gun lunatics up in New York State. I went to help support them and their friends at NRA dinner, which was being blockaded and jacked with by these people. And Anthony Calandro from Gun for Hire actually said, hey, anybody wants to come, let me know. I'll buy you tickets. So I was like, yeah, I'll go up and support them. I don't care. I'll, give them a little bit of money. We pull up, and they had all these wackadoos from Mommy's Demand, as I usually say, a flock of Karens were all lined up and down the street, and they actually were taking pictures of our cars, and they posted pictures of my vehicle with my license plate up online. And I'm like, you do understand who you're dealing with, right? You're trying to intimidate me with the implication that these people will come to my house and try to terrorize me. Wrong MFer. Seriously.
Yeah, well, Antifa tried to put me on their little hit list, Seven Hills Antifa, which is in coordination with Rose Hill Antifa out on the West Coast. So we went and found them.
Nice.
During lobby day. They were down there.
Oh.
And this is like a couple years ago. So we rolled up. So I was like, hey, why am I on your list? And they didn't want to talk. It could have been because I was with like a bunch of people that had like ARs. I'm
here for a conversation.
Like, just talk to me. They're like, we're not them. I was like, you have the patches on.
Yeah.
You're not them. Like, what the hell type of crap is that? I was like, I just want to know why I'm on your list as a fascist. I'm not a fascist. And they were walking away from me, and I was like, hey, come back.
Don't run. No, I want to talk. I want to be friends.
This ain't Seattle, bitches.
Yeah, wrong place.
Portland, bitches.
No one here's scared of you. We actually want to have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you gonna do with throw a milkshake on me? Yeah, that's not gonna really turn out too well for you. I don't know, man. I don't like those cats. Those cats are bad news.
Well, they're cowards.
They are, man. They are. If you show up with a bunch of people with ARs, and maybe one guy had, I don't know, some other stuff that was kind of scary looking. They don't want to, all of a sudden they like go back into the little bubble.
I have somewhere else to be, and I don't want to be here.
Yeah, I just wanted to know why it was on the freaking list. What was really funny is my friend put that he worked for me as a joke on Facebook, and he's not even into like guns or anything, and that got him on the list. You're like, why the hell am I on it? Because you work for me.
Yeah, I'm on an Antifa hit list. Well, hey, Giggles, you're the one who put down that you worked for me.
Yeah, it was really funny. He's like, God damn it.
Well, hey, Lex,
I was kidding.
At least he can say he's on a hit list now. That's pretty cool conversation.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if it's still up. I don't know.
I would have talked about it all the time.
I did, man. I wore it as like a badge of honor.
That I'm on a hit list, and then when I confronted them, they didn't want to hang around.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm on a hit list. I doubt it. If it is, it's probably my wife that made it up. That's why I make sure my life insurance barely covers the bills we have. I do not want to put a price on my head that she thinks about collecting. She'll remember all the dumb things I've done in nearly 20 years and go, you know what? It's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
I actually have to do that. Working my regular job. If I get killed on the job, they will double my salary as my insurance payoff.
Maybe your wife and I can think of something.
Yeah, how many cigarettes can you get somebody to knock me off? How many packs of cigarettes can you trade to knock me off? I'm like, getting killed at work isn't the worst thing that can happen to me. Oh, a friend of mine. Oh, I thought this was it. Never mind. He made a 3D printed dummy pistol for me to use in safety briefs, including detachable magazine, Glock. I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't want to show it because
it'll get us.
Yeah, that's okay. But just imagine a polymer Glock, like a 100% polymer Glock.
Yeah. Gorillas and Guns says Silverback Review was on the leaked DOJ document. Yeah, it definitely was. They're showing how to put together pistols. One of the things that I found interesting about the whole thing is that it basically kills solvent traps. In
I mean,
non-form in form 1 suppressors. Because even if it's like not assembled, if you have everything that's not completed, not drilled out or anything, which you need to have a form 1 suppressor.
constructive intent.
Well, they consider that they don't consider that intent. They consider that a suppressor.
Oh wow! So words don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah, if you have parts that's non-completed parts that are not drilled out, like you have a tube and everything, that's a suppressor. So I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Well, suppressors aren't that hard to build, and I don't want to use a solvent trap. I don't want to be on the list for solvent traps.
Yeah. There you go. When I worked for corrections, inmates weren't allowed cigarettes, so honey buns and envelopes for the currency of choice. Dude, I freaking love honey buns. I would be broke because I would eat all my money.
Well, they use stamps now. Stamps is the big thing because it's actually currency. I mean, if you don't mail letters, you wouldn't know, but yeah, they use stamps. Honey bun's also a good thing. Ice chits. Most people don't know what that is, but ice chits is a thing also.
Oh, they were talking like on my Sunday show, on my other show, a podcast I do called Virginia Reloaded. Gorillas and Guns and them were talking about how prisoners bring stuff in a prison wallet.
Prison purse.
I had no idea what the hell it was.
Oh, you don't know about that?
I do now. I figured it out. I was talking about it with them. Then I was like halfway through the conversation, I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are
oh, one of our. This is one of the inmates I enjoy talking to. I try to avoid them for the most part, only because remember, all communications is manipulation, and they can play the long game with you. But one had multiple Blackberries in her prison wallet.
multiple.
Said 4. She smuggled 4 in. She's transgendered. I say she. I use she. Some people get upset with me because it's not a she. This is a men's prison. She.
Who cares?
And they were like, well, why do you give? And I said, this is why. This is a prisoner. Prisoners can concentrate on something. It can become a thing. All they do is think about how they're going to get revenge on you because you did not use their correct pronoun. And I do not need this insane person plotting on me and just waiting. And one day when she has the opportunity, I'm getting beat up. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting beat up or shivved. So nope, it's she. And I asked, you got 4 cell phones up there? And she was like, not at the same time. I was like, oh, okay, because I was impressed. I'm like, that ain't smuggling, that's a kiosk. You have a cell phone kiosk. That's not smuggling.
It's like you're selling vending machine or something.
Yeah, you're selling contracts to people as far as I'm concerned at that point. Yep, 4. I mean, smuggle them in at different times, but a BlackBerry is a pretty wide phone.
Yeah. Can I show you something, Tony?
As long as it's not your prison purse, yeah, sure.
It's not my prison purse, but I think this is kind of really cool. I just want to get your opinion. I used to do Taekwondo a lot, right?
Okay.
For like 30 some years.
Wow.
Actually more like 40, but whatever. But actually, no, less than like 38, I guess. But check this out. I'm gonna get your opinion on this. Watch this.
Whoa, that was fast.
Watch his face. Watch his face. Boom. Oh, nope. Watch it. Boom!
Jeez.
Freaking face.
Jeez. Oh, that rang that bell.
Yeah.
Oh, that rang that
when
bell.
he get up, do you see him?
Yeah.
Watch him. That was freaking great. He gets up, he's all wobbly and stuff.
Talk about the bodies hitting the floor, bro.
Oops, don't want to show that. Don't want to show that either.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what that was, but it wasn't Pornhub, so I'm cool with it.
No, it was the back end of orders.
Oh, look at you.
Processing orders. But check this out. I do have something I can show you. Tomorrow, at 11 a.m. in Philadelphia, FPC, the court rule on the settlement agreement between FPC and Philadelphia.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to show it right here. And I want to get your opinion on it. Because there's some stuff I like and there's some stuff I don't like. Let me actually bring it up in another one.
Watching the delay replay. My man was trying to hold on to the floor like gravity turned off when he stood up.
Yeah. That was funny. Okay, so here is. Damn it, no, I don't remember the hell I put it at. All right, I'll just talk about it. All right, you know what? I have no idea what I did with it. I think it's under my Texas. No, oh yeah, it's right here. Don't ask me why it's under Texas. My Texas folder. I just put it in the wrong folder. I have folders for different states.
Oh, really?
Yeah, leaks, stuff like that. I just have it in the wrong one. Okay, here it is. I'll put it up on the screen. Basically, this is it right here. This is the case. The agreement is right now there's major delays in their what they call their license to carry or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
License to carry a firearm. License to carry firearm is what they call it. I don't know what happens to the A, but it's called license to carry firearm. Which just kind of pisses me off. There's whatever. And so the agreement is that they will process 90% of applications within 45 days. And set up an appointment where you come in and pick up your appointment and whatever. The agreement is they don't have to do in person. So in person is now not going on until COVID is over, and then they can cancel it anytime for different things, which I don't like about that part of the settlement. They have 45 days. They have their sub applications by mail or online, which is cool. I just don't like the point where they don't have to set them on in person. They have to expand hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday through Friday, excluding city holidays, to work at it until they get it 90% processed within 45 days. And then if they go up above 90%, like 89%, then you have to go back and go back to expanded hours until they get 90%. I would like to see 100%, but they got 90%. So I guess that's good. I'd still like to see 100%, but yeah. I guess
my issue is living. What's the penalties if they don't?
That they just have to work expanded hours.
So nothing.
Yeah, there's no penalties. That's what I don't like about it either. There's really no penalties that they have to pay or anything if they go over that. So I don't really. I mean, I like FPC, but I think the settlement is a little bit weaker than what it should be.
I understand, and I'm not going to complain about it because the hard work it takes to get there.
Yeah.
But living in New Jersey, where they have 30 days to approve just your permitting process, to get a firearms ID card or to approve you buying a handgun, After they exceed the 30 days, nothing happens. And they routinely do that, even though it's against the law. A matter of fact, to the point that the mayor of Jersey City used to brag about it taking a year. They take up to a year to get your approval.
Yeah, I guess the only thing they have to do is work expanded hours.
Yeah, my township is also bullcrap. The chief is on vacation. Who signs off on it? Oh, the detective that does the background checks is out on a case, and he won't be. And it's always some excuse. It's always a reason to delay past the 30-day point. And what are you going to do about it as a private citizen? So, I harassed them. I called them every Monday. Hey, you getting stuff done yet? You know you only have 30 days. Hey, you only have 2 more weeks.
Yeah. But they also had to give FPC $30,000.
That's always good.
So that's good. I was just kind of a little bit disappointed that it didn't have like more teeth. That there wasn't like a
penalty
or anything, and that it wasn't 100%.
Like I totally get what you're saying. And I would love to have them have to pay $30,000 every time they didn't get to 100%. You know what I mean? I just like teeth. Yes, make them pay. Make them explain themselves why they can't do this job.
Yeah, so I mean, I just have a feeling that they're, I don't know. But they're going to roll on that tomorrow at 11 a.m. I just wanted to get your opinion on it. I just don't think it's as strong as it should be.
Like, congratulations. I'm not poo-pooing on them, but yeah, dude. And only because I live in a state that they violate what they do. They violate the law all the time. And since there's no penalties, a strongly worded letter. I mean,
well, the penalty is they have to do expanded hours. Yeah,
at least there's that. They have nothing here in Jersey.
And the goal is to make an appointment every 10 minutes, one appointment every 10 minutes for the time they're open. Or expanded hours like 24/7 until they get caught up.
Good.
With holidays. I mean, that's what that's what I would like to have seen.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah,
this is Monday through Friday.
Because all it is a background check, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
FBI says 4 minutes is the longest it took at the peak of 2012. 4 minutes. The longest it took.
Yeah.
So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. But good for them. That does clear up, and that's going to help out a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody who's listening, donate to organizations like yours and them, FPC. They're doing the work. I'm sorry, but you guys are. And if we don't support them, oh yeah, it's a great job. No. I don't need you to verbally support. I need you to reach into that wallet, because we're gonna have a long fight now.
Yeah, there's going to be another announcement of Philadelphia coming up soon in GOA. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
But I think it's going to make a lot of people happy. And it might involve Maj.
Why, they recounting his votes for the city council?
No.
Maj is a good dude, man. I mean, we've been friends since pretty much it started. People have been pushing us together. Because it's funny. Myself, Maj, and Phil Smith from NAGA all started our organizations at the same time. Exact same month in 2015. Hilarious.
Tell everyone out there what NAGA is.
National North American. Wait a minute. Mother effer. African American Gun Association.
African American Gun Association. Yeah.
National African American Gun Association. Yeah.
Because there's NAGA and there's NAGA.
Well, you better hold your horses. I don't know what you said, but it was close.
NAGA. Not. No, I'm not going to say it. No. I ain't falling into that trap, Tony.
Go ahead, buddy. Say it. You can say it.
But a black guy tricked me into saying it.
You can say it.
No, I can't.
All over
No, I
with.
can't.
Oh no! The whole thing is over with. I ruined it. I'll get a thank you letter from Shannon Watts.
They would build a freaking statue to you.
Oh, because she cares about black people. Didn't she just make a post about that not long ago?
Oh yeah.
Get out of here.
Oh, Guns and Barbecue says he's always afraid to say nagger or naga.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I totally understand why you'd be afraid to say that. But yeah, we all started up at the same time. I called Maj because he was on the cover of Recoil, so I picked up a few of the magazines, and I was going to give them away, at as a raffle item at my diversity shoots. And I called him up, and we talked back and forth, and I was like, "Yo, where are you going to be Sunday?" It was Easter Sunday. I was like, because I'd just like you to, sign off, just write a little bit on the cover of the mag and sign off. He was like, how far are you away from Philly? And I told him, I'm 70 miles outside of Philly. He's like, let's meet halfway. Yo, dude, Easter Sunday came and met me halfway between Philly and my home and signed these on Easter Sunday, bro. That was pretty cool. Like, that was the only reason he left, to come to Jersey to do this.
I had a big Maj check in my garage for 3 months.
What's a Maj check?
It was one of those big checks made out of his organization that somehow he was supposed to accept it as something, but then they had Trump came into CPAC at the time, so they couldn't leave.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, just grab it, I'll pick it up. And I had it for 3 months until.
Oh, I used to joke about those big checks. I was like, bruh, remember Publish Clearinghouse used to make them?
Yeah.
And when you win the lottery, like the big lottery, I'm like, I'm that ignorant dude that would be outside the bank trying to shove that big check into the tube. Can it fit?
Okay.
I want my money.
Guns and Barbecue says pound for pound it would be the best statue ever made. No, but like my wife came home and she was like, what the hell is that? I was like, a check? That? Why do you have a big check made at the Maj Torre? Like, I don't know. Trying to figure that out myself.
Yeah, she's like, who's Maj Torre? who's Maj Torre? He's like, people can't say my name. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Yeah,
Life is crazy. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's encouraged me. He's invited me to things. He's given me shout outs. He's made sure that my events were full by promoting them. So, I mean, it's just funny because people are like, oh, we eat our own and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if you continually concentrate on the negative in the community, yeah, it will seem like, yeah, it's full of a bunch of backstabbing a-holes. But they're the minority. They're the minority, though. I mean, yeah, they're a backstabbing.
Yeah, which there are though. But what I'm saying is that there's those people in every community.
Exactly. And either you can highlight them or ignore them. I choose to ignore them for the most part, unless they're friends of mine.
I choose to write articles about them because
I got you. I got you. That
makes them shut up a little bit for a little while.
Oh man, but it's funny because I get written, people hit me up. I'm a friendly sort, and they're like, I can't believe you're friends with so and so. I'm like, I don't let the internet pick my friends. You don't have to like them.
Aren't you a Nazi?
I am a Nazi. I'm really ticked off because
what did they call you?
Oh, I got called a Nazi and not white adjacent. Dude, I forgot the other one because it was so ridiculous. It's something kind of white supremacist. I forget what it was. It was great though.
It's like a cultural white supremacist or something like that.
It was just such a weird collection of words. I'm like, you were able to say that with a straight face? Because I'm like, I get none of the white supremacist benefits that I think you'd get as a white supremacist. Like, they didn't even send me a free flag. Like, I'd like one of those.
Well, I mean, they went after Dave Chappelle for making fun of Juicy.
Yeah. What? Who? What? What's that?
Dave Chappelle when he went after Juicy Smollett.
Oh, Juicy? Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
They're like, I can't believe that you criticized him.
Criticized him.
I made fun of him. I mean, that was hilarious what they did to him.
But here's the thing. Dave wasn't bullcrapping. The first time I heard it, I was like, no. That didn't happen. That didn't happen.
That was hilarious. Dave Chappelle was like, that didn't sound like something a bunch of Trump supporters would say. That sounds like something I would say.
Bruh, this is how funny that was, because really what made that the funniest thing was Dave Chappelle this was real conversations I had with black people. I went, that didn't happen. They looked, that didn't happen. Like, we all sit there like, that didn't happen.
I like that. Well, they didn't realize.
That didn't happen. That was literally a conversation had at work. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
He's lying.
A bunch of Trump supporters in the middle of Chicago at 2 a.m. in the morning. You're
2 a.m.
You're going to get Subway.
Yeah, it's like, what? Wait a minute, what?
They're like Trump supporters don't watch Empire.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't watch Empire. I don't watch Empire. No Trump supporters watching Empire. And then they were like, oh, he and they said Subway, and I misread it, misheard it. I was like, well, what is he getting on the Subway at 2 o'clock in the morning? They're like, no, he went to a Subway. I'm like, nobody goes to a Subway at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, and temperatures under 0 degrees.
I'm like, it's such a blatant lie. That and it's funny because, you know, being black, you don't want to go ahead and out someone like that. You know what I mean? Like, but immediately, and I'm talking about the people I work, that didn't happen.
I think everyone knew it didn't happen unless you're a social justice warrior.
Yeah.
When I heard about it, I'm like, yeah, no way.
No. I mean, it's like, wait a minute. They had MAGA hats on.
In the middle of Chicago.
In Chicago, they had MAGA hats on.
Yeah, I'm sure that would turn out.
I'm like, I work in Trenton, and I won't put a MAGA hat on.
2 o'clock in the morning in the inner city with a MAGA hat on. I'm
like, what happened? Were they Klan robes in the cleaners, and they just had them like, get out of here, and they threw a rope around your neck? Really, bro? Really? I've been out in the middle of some nowhere places in North Carolina, Virginia, Texas, whatever, South Carolina, Georgia. Nobody ever threw a noose around my neck.
Well, here's the thing, man. They're like, you can't question him. You have to believe it. Why?
Why?
I was like, why do I have to do that?
Why would I have to believe someone because of their skin color and what they said they were attacked racially?
No, I don't think it was a skin color thing. It was
I don't know.
Any marginalized community.
Because people can't lie.
Well, there's a bunch of different social justice things going on. Like Marvel, for example, they have a new policy where, on their shows, 50% of the representation have to be minorities in their shows.
It's really funny that Marvel cares now. When they were looking at Stan Lee, like he was nuts when he came up with black characters and they didn't want to put him in.
Black Panther, yeah.
Yeah, Black Panther, Power Man? Power Fist?
Power Man, man. Luke Cage.
Yeah, Luke Cage. Like I remember seeing Luke Cage, and I thought it was cool as hell as a kid. And it's just like, oh, cool. Another black guy. That's cool. And his friend and his boy, because it was Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Yeah.
I'm like a black dude and an Asian dude. I think
Iron
that was
Fist was
really
white.
cool. He was white? I
Yeah.
thought he was Asian. Uh,
No. Iron Fist was white.
I guess they couldn't have too many
there
minorities in one
no, there was
comic
an
book.
airplane crash, and he was this rich guy.
Really?
Son, yeah, and and his dad died, but he was raised in like the Shaolin Temple type thing, like
Oh,
a
okay.
Shaolin Temple like place.
Because my whole thing was I saw it, I thought it was cool, but it didn't become the center of my whole life because a lot of people act like it did. And I'm like, yo, brah, I was more in the Punisher.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was a Asian superhero.
I got into Punisher and I was like, yeah, all other stuff can slide. And then I got into Spawn.
You know what? I hated the first season of The Punisher on Netflix. Because
Oh,
at the end, when he starts going to, I didn't realize they had a whole arc. But now I like the first season because at the end, he's going to like deal with his, PTSD and stuff like that. And then by the end of the second season, you find out he really doesn't have PTSD. He's just a freaking psychopath.
Yeah.
And the psychopath thing was, that's who he really was.
Yeah.
He wasn't suffering. The person who, that was, trying to deal with the PTSD, that was the fake person.
Yeah, he was nuts. He was always nuts.
The psychopath serial killer guy is the actual person that he actually is.
Like Batman. Batman's totally nuts.
Batman's he's a wackadoo.
Yeah, he's a totally nut job. Total nut job. But I enjoyed the Punisher arc because I enjoyed Mac Bolden books. I don't know if you know what those are. Don Pendleton, I think is his name. He wrote these books, and it was like kind of like the Punisher. Matter of fact, I think there was lawsuits involved when the Punisher came out. That's funny.
Dude, my comic book knowledge is on point, man.
And mine is not. Only because, like, again, I said I thought it was cool that Luke Cage was there, but that wasn't my comic book. I mean, I was like, hey, there's a black guy in the comic. Cool. But that didn't instantly become my comic book because dude was black. You know what I mean? It was like, no, I like the Punisher thing because they had the realism with the firearms. And that's what I've been into since I was a kid. So it was like, oh, cool. They have different guns. He talks about the capability. They got the Punisher's Armory was another offshoot of their comics. And that was just fun for me reading all that. And that's how I deeply became involved in firearms, even as a kid. And it's funny now talking to my family. And they were like, yeah, we thought you were a little weird with the gun thing. We were hoping for the best. we were hoping for some positivity to come out of all that, not negativity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
Punisher was one of my favorite comics. Deadpool was always one of my favorite comics. He's 30 years old now.
Really?
The comic came out 30 years ago. Yeah, Deadpool. One of the only characters that can resist mind control by Professor Xavier.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Because he's too effing crazy. Seriously. That's why he can't be mind controlled, because he's just too crazy. Oh, and also, here's another thing. With getting on the comic book talk.
Okay.
You know how we're still on comic books. I'm saying we're getting off track. Like Ghost Rider, right? He has his pittance there where he looks at you and you feel all the pain for all the victims that you've ever had. But Deadpool, he can't do it to Deadpool because Deadpool in his mind thinks he's never sinned.
God, that's great.
He thinks like everything he's done to people, they deserve it no matter what.
No matter what. So there is no penance there.
There's no penance there. It won't work on him. And
but
also,
the conversation has to be hilarious when he does it.
And also, Gorillas and Guns brings up a point. Venom can't control the symbiote.
Yeah.
Can't control Deadpool either. because the symbiote tried to bind with him, but Deadpool's so freaking nuts. The symbiote's like, dude, I'm fucking out of here.
It's just like, no, just no.
Nope. Yeah,
They're
they're
crazy.
in Secret Wars. This is going to be the last thing. Yeah. Deadpool actually drove Venom crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, in Secret Wars, right? He goes to the Kree, right? And it's like, hey, hey man, clone me. Look at all this stuff I have. So they take his DNA and they make Skrull. Sorry, Skrull. So they make Super Skrull out of Deadpool, right?
Oh Lord.
So like, oh, we got our army of Super Skrull. Then one takes out a gun and shoots the other one in the head. And they're like, what the hell? And they start killing each other. And Deadpool's like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I'm kind of insane.
That's a wasted time.
And basically, that's how the Skrull invasion kind of got defeated. Because the Super Skrull started like killing all the other Skrull and killing each other, and and then Deadpool has this amazing healing factor, but he also has stage 4 cancer.
Yeah.
But without stage 4 cancer, his healing factor, the cancer balances out the healing factor. So they all just started exploding because their cells started replicating. But right now, like the stage 4 cancer keeps the replication in check because every time a cell is destroyed, a new one gets formed. But without that, without the cancer, because he was like, oh yeah, I have cancer. Like, oh, well, let's take that out. So like all these Deadpools, all these crazy Deadpools were blowing up and shooting each other, and it was the best comic ever because the Skrulls are like whatever. Then all of a sudden you look at him and he's wearing like a freaking mascot, like a gritty type uniform.
For
like a mascot.
You can't turn around.
Baseball, and they're like, why are you wearing a mascot uniform? He's like, I don't know.
I was talking about it today about crazy people, and I'm like, listen, people say they're crazy, but one of the jobs I had to do was when someone breaks cuffs on the hands, on the ankles, they break a cuff key, so they can't get the cuff off. So I have to cut it off. I have a 4-inch grinding wheel I use to cut cuffs off. Not one crazy person has moved a centimeter when I turn that thing on and go to cut the cuff off of their body. I'm like, be real still, because I'm going to have to be very precise with this. And if you do anything crazy at 50,000 revolutions a minute, not only will I cut a limb off, it's going to cauterize it too. Nobody crazy enough to move when I'm doing that. I'm just saying.
The last thing, and then we're going to get out of here. I'll give you the final word. I just wanted to tell everyone my favorite Deadpool story, which now I totally forgot. Oh, yeah. In Guardians of the Galaxy, Deadpool's it was the Guardians of the Galaxy comic book. Deadpool's on this spaceship, and they're flying. Not with the Guardians, with some other people. It was in the Guardians of the Galaxy. Deadpool, and they're talking about Star Wars, right? And one of in the pilot, which is a bad guy, but Deadpool's working for the bad guys in this comic, goes, I really like the prequel. So Deadpool just shoots him in the head.
That's awesome.
And the guy's like, why'd you do that? He was like, he said he liked the prequels.
Yeah, didn't you hear him?
Yeah, it was just like anyone who likes the prequels don't deserve to live.
Oh, that's so great.
That's so great. Yeah, I love Deadpool. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that is it. We got off the topic of guns like we usually do and went to freaking comic books and prison wallets. But
talking about prison stories are always fun.
Yeah. All right. My name is John Crump. I'm, my stuff. So go to crumpy.com. You can find all my stuff. Support me on Patreon, all that good stuff. Join GOA/Black-Swan Media. And I'm going to kick it over to Tony for the final word. Let me play my outro music. All right, Tony.
All right, my name is Tony Simon. I'm from diversityshoot.com. If you want to support us, please do, because right now, Governor Murphy came up with a whole bunch of anti-gun stuff. So to counter that, instead of doing a diversity shoot every other month, I'm doing 2 a month, because forget that guy. So we're trying to grow the community. That's what Diversity Shoot does, bring people in regardless of their race, their gender, their sexual orientation, religion, background. We don't care. We want you to be a Second Amendment advocate. We're going to introduce you to Second Amendment advocacy, advocate groups, get you to shoot, have fun, eat food, have prizes at our events. All we're doing is introducing people to the Second Amendment. If you want to donate to me, you can go to diversityshoot.com. You can find our GoFundMe, our Patreon, and do all that stuff. And help us out, please, because I'm going to be on the road and I'm going to need the money.
There you go, people. We'll be back Sunday night. We're moving Virginia Reloaded from Saturday to Sunday for a special time just this week at 10 p.m. Sunday instead of Saturday at 10 p.m. because I have family in town. My son is getting his first communion. But we'll be back Sunday. It will be me and Gorillas and Guns, and we'll be talking about stuff in the Commonwealth and beyond. Join us. It's a lot of fun. With that said, my name is John Crump. Stay ever vigilant. Stay ever free. Keep in the fight, and we are out.